freaking day. Yeah, freaking shitty. Real shitty. Got up this morning. Tried to send my boss text. Didn't go through, thought it did. And he got a hold of me, or I got a hold of him, one of the two. And get my shit together, load up, get everything ready. I'm ready to go. Put the key in the ignition. Van started like normal. Everything was going good. Within about 3 seconds of it starting, all of a sudden, it just died. And the smoke billowed out of my damn hood. And I thought, oh fuck. I tried to start it. I got the hood open and I had seen where it was smoking from. I tried to start it and nothing was happening and it just made it smoke more. Some wires somewhere, it looked like someone zip tied them or something. And they zip tied them like to a bolt or a rivet. And it chewed its way in through one of the wires, and it just ended up actually burning that wire in half on the rivet. And it burned another couple more, and then one further away from there, like down the thing, I think, going to the starter, because I can't work on these new goddamn vehicles. I really can't. I don't know where nothing is on these new vehicles. But I think it was the starter, and there was a wire that was running alongside the body that looked like it burnt up too. So there was a lot of taping going on, but then it still wouldn't start. And then I opened the fuse box. I had it open, and I was just, I tried to give it a couple, turns with the key. And I looked at the fuses, and I picked them, one by one. And when I went to pick out, it was hotter than shit. I mean, it was like pliable almost. You could squeeze it almost. So I had to go out and get a new one of those, and I bought what looked like a connector that got fried, which I replaced it. I'm just gonna go ahead and keep it. After I took it apart, it looked like it was fried. It was just motor oil or something on it, and it looked like it was burnt up, and it was just gunk, but it looked burnt. And I just said I'll get a new one of those. I was on the phone from like fucking 11:30 to almost 12:30. Just calling people trying to get a part, because I didn't know what the hell to call that connector, and I was trying to explain it to him, and finally got some guy. He said he knew what it was, and to bring it in. And I said, I don't know how to take it the fuck off. I said, I don't know how to take it off with all the wires and everything and bring it in. He ended up taking my cell phone number, and he actually sent me pictures of it, and I was like, yeah, that's it. And so I had to go pick up that. So it was 2 different places I had to go for that. So then I get it all together, nothing happened. And I thought, I'm not a genius. But I thought, well, maybe. Kind of like a fucking computer, sometimes you have to restart it, So I undid one of the battery cables and kind of just took it off and tried to start it and put it back on. And as soon as I did that, I went to go start it. Boom! Started right up. And I was like, holy. And now I'm taking it out for a ride, because I told my wife, I said I didn't want her driving around until I knew it was good to get a baby. So far, I mean, it was just one of them days. It really sucked. And I was panicking. That's what I don't understand. How come bad shit always happens? Why is it that, like some people say, winning the lottery is a bad thing? Okay? People will tell you, it just ruined this guy, ruined his family, they got divorced, and they won $280 million and it just destroyed them. It was a horrible thing that ever happened to them. How come horrible things like that don't happen to me? Well, I don't want a divorce and all that and go through the whole fucking battle over the lottery money and all that shit. How come is it that they call shit like that bad luck? I want some of that bad luck. Why is it that bad shit always happens to fucking people like me? I don't understand it. It's like, why? The most inopportune moment for this to fucking happen, and it happens. I mean, the most inopportune moment. The worst timing possible. Because I needed it for 4 day. Well, we were off on Monday, Memorial Day, and so that put me in 4 days for the week. And God, I need every one of them 4 days. So I mean, I was ready to go. I packed my lunch, everything, and loaded up the fucking car because we did some kayaking. And so all my tools were out of the van. I had to load it up and everything this morning. And, I was ready for work, ready to go. And then, why is it always shitty things happen to good people at the most inopportune moments? Why does it have to happen to me right before work? Why couldn't it happen last night? Why couldn't it happen 2 days ago? Why couldn't it happen over the weekend? Why couldn't it happen like last Friday? I just get so frustrated. I don't know, it just seems like one thing after another. Last week was a fucking tire. We couldn't afford a brand new tire, so I went and I took it to a place and I had it plugged and patched, which was cheaper than buying a whole new tire. And then, one tire is going to be higher than the other. You need to buy 2 new tires if you're ever going to do a tire change. You know what I mean? If you're doing the front end or rear end, that's the way I work. That's the way I do it, anyways. It just amazes me that it's just one thing after another, one thing after another. Some days, I mean, we'll go for months, no problems, nothing, and then all of a sudden, it's like, okay, the kitchen faucet blew. Okay. Next week, the sewer backed up. Next week, we had a gas leak. We had this, we had that. I mean, it was just one thing after fucking another. Air conditioner broke down. Water heater broke down. We don't know why. We don't know what's going on. All this shit's fucking happening. And then, we get a reprieve for, a month and a half, 2 months. And all of a sudden, it's all automotive. What's life, man? I just have to grin and bear it. Good deal with it. Smile. Nod your head. Everything's cool. But it just pisses me off that I have to go through this shit, and then it's like you try to work your way through it, and you get your way through it, and it's another fucking goddamn thing. 55, asshole. Goddamn 70 miles an hour through an intersection like that, you fucking morons. I don't know. Some people just shouldn't be driving. They should just stay the fuck home. Safer for everybody. Not just me. No. It's one way to wash the car. Go through a big ass puddle. Alright, so far so good. She started. Let's see how'd I do. Ready? That's a load off my shoulders. The worst case scenario in my head the whole morning was, we aren't going to get this fixed. I'm not going to be able to fix it. It's going to have to go to a mechanic. I'm going to have to call my fucking boss. My boss is going to have to fucking come get me if he wants me to work. Eventually, if I don't get it fixed fast enough, he'll probably get sick of that shit and tell me, fucking goddamn, get your shit fixed. You can have a job. If not, I can't come get you. I mean, I'm just saying that's how it goes down in Florida. Something happens to your vehicle, you got a week to fix it. And if you don't have it fixed within that week, your boss just finally just says, I got to find someone with a vehicle. I mean, that's what happens. I had a Chevy Scottsdale broke down. It was the alternator. I didn't know Adam from Eve when it came to working on automobiles. I just I bought a bunch of tools, and someone told me I did all the work myself, had it fixed in 3 days, and I was 1 day away from losing my job. And I was going to work every day, and I'd come home at night and work on it. So I was still getting to work, and I was paying some guy for $5 to pick me up, $5 to drop me off every day. That was the fucking going rate. And so I was like, fuck it. And, it's like, well, I need to be able to drive my fucking truck. They wanted me to have my truck. That's really what it was. But, in the end, it was more like, I've always had a license. I've always been legit and legal, and never had a problem or anything like that. But it's always, a vehicle breaks down. I didn't lose a job. I quit. I didn't quit. I got fired, but they said I quit. But I had a car break down, a little Dodge Neon. It was the second Dodge Neon I've ever owned. And I bought a Dodge Neon, and it broke down on the way to work one day. And it happened to break down right after I saw a buddy of mine that does these, he works on old cars, right? And I happened to see him at the gas station on the way to work, and just passed him. Well, I broke down on the side of the road, and he went right past me and slowed down and turned it into Caney Creek, and then he had a trailer with him to go pick up a car. So he's like, the fucker, put the fucker on the goddamn trailer. We're pushing on the goddamn trailer. He had a wrench and all that. So we loaded the car in the trailer and took it right back to my house. So I was literally broke down for like 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Well, my fucking boss, after I called him, after I told him what was going on, after I called him when I got it fucking towed, he knew I got it fucking towed. That's the fucking thing that pissed me off. Is I called him and said, look, I got it towed to my house. He had sent some dipshit fucking customer of his to go find me. And he went to go find me after I've already been fucking towed, and went back and told him that my car wasn't there. And some bitch fucking confronted me about it, and I'm like, dude, if I hadn't passed that fucking guy, Tony something, whatever, can't remember his name now. If I hadn't passed that fucking guy that morning, I would have been still stuck on the side of the fucking road, and your buddy or whatever, your customer, fucking drunk alcoholic buddy of his, whatever, if you had sent him, I would have been there. But it just happened to play out the way it played out. It was like, fucking miracle for me, and fucking goddamn a lie to my fucking employer, and I was just like, fuck you. I was pissed. I was just like, goddamn. Here I am, fucking grateful as fuck that I had someone that fucking showed up to fucking grab my car for me. Versus having a boss that actually thought I was lying. And I had the fucking thing, it was broke down. I mean, and it stayed broke down for fucking like 2 months. So, fuck that guy. I'm just saying, what a dick. I don't know. I don't know if I was ever to be an employer. I've been an executive chef and a manager. I've never actually employed people. But I imagine I'd be the same way. I was always decent with people, always willing to help them out, and I'd give them as much time as possible, if it long didn't affect work, or but I've always been really extremely flexible with people because I understand life, man. Golly, unless you always have all your ducks in a row, you can't be prepared for fucking stupid shit. You can't be prepared for your car breaking down. You can't be prepared for a flat tire. You can't be prepared for a multitude of things. And, hardworking, lower class families out there in America busting their ass every day can't afford to fucking go out and buy 2 new tires. They can't really afford all this shit, that maintenance that goes into fucking vehicles. I can barely fucking afford it. And it's, I'm at, right now is just one of them days where you're just like, apparently I'm going somewhere. It's one of those days where you're just sitting there going, you can't win. You feel like you're really losing. It's just one thing after another. I spent money we shouldn't have spent just to put the couple parts that I bought. I'm glad I got a good employer. At least he knows where I'm coming from. Thank God for Dawn Dish Soap, but I was covered in fucking black shit all over my fucking face and hands, and I was in and out, underneath my fucking van, underneath the hood, from about 8:15 till 3 o'clock. What time is it now? I don't even know, but it's been probably about an hour since I had it fixed, and it's just a relief. Watch, make sure it works again. God bless America. I could get in the dollar store and get milk and stuff, and anyways, I just wanted to share. I just don't know why I share this shit with you people. There's nobody really watching this shit. It don't really matter if you watch it or not. I really don't have any, care in the world if anybody, even one person besides me, ever watches my stupid videos. And I barely ever watch my own stupid videos. So, I just wanted to vent because, it's always one thing after fucking another. You seem to, work your way through something and then it's something else. And then you get through that and it's something else. Or you get 2 or 3 things happen all at once. That's always fun. That's kind of where I am right now. It's like, we kind of get caught with our thumb up our ass. Oh, good, all of a sudden we get a reprieve and, we're putting money aside, and then all of a sudden that money that we're going to use for something else gets thrown into this and gets used for that. Next thing you know, you're looking and going, well, we had this money saved up for this, but it's all gone. Well, you wanted to go on a vacation, and that didn't work out. Of course, it didn't help, that I guess we bought some stuff. We bought the things we needed for the house, we bought what we needed for the kids and stuff, and everybody had a good, you know, Christmas and all that and everything. It just seems like we're just trying to work out from underneath a mess. And it seems to never ever stop. But hey, that's life. Hey, God bless America. Everybody have a good day out there. Hopefully you're having a better day than I did. Hooah.